Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here. Welcome to another Artery Gear video. So this is going to be one video that I think a lot of you have requested, is how to optimize fodder farming and get your first 6-star or max level 6-star unit as soon as possible. So you can see here that I currently only have one that's everything maxed, and it's Ginga, and I have a video coming up showcasing how she impacted my equipment farming runs. And my second 6-star is Grace, which is my fodder farmer. So if you saw my previous video, my thought process behind 6-starring Ginga first is that she will actually help me get a set of gear faster versus Grace, who can clear everything right now for me. So at the moment, I think I stand by that choice, and it still worked out because I'm able to do Centaur 9 already. However, on CN, I took the route of 6-starring my fodder farmer first before going Ginga or the single target damage dealer. And if you are joining the game later, you might want to do your fodder farmer first, just so that you have a better time upgrading everything else after that, especially later on. The difficulty spike in events are going to be impactful all your runs. So what I mean by fodder farmers, are units that have AoE and help you clear the stage really fast. So if we take a look, I'll just make sure she's geared. Grace is one of the better units for fodder farming because she has a built-in AoE third skill that resets the CD cooldown if it kills a unit, and she has a built-in plus 50% crit chance. So it's super easy to gear her. She's easily gonna get 100% gear, and you just have to stack attack damage and crit damage. And another fodder farmer that you can use is 04. So 04 is a fire type, whereas Grace is a water type. In the beginning of the game, water type does fare a lot better than fire types, which is why I recommend Grace. And then for her, 04, her third skill later on gives her self attack buff before AoE the enemy team, and for each enemy team member she kills, she gets a -1 turn cooldown. So if you kill 4, then you reset. So some people use her as well, but personally I just find more success with Grace. Some other fodder farmers you can use: Shinobu. So she is a free unit. You'll get SSR free unit that you'll get after you do temples, and in the Queen's questline you'll be given her. She has a third skill that is single target, but if it kills a unit, then it turns into AoE. Same with her second skill passive. If she attacks a unit with her auto attack, normal attack, and the enemy is below 50% HP, then she will do an AoE follow-up. So I used her as my fodder farmer on CN, but later on switched to Grace just because Grace is easier to gear and much stronger. And another unit I don't have but worth a mention is Ruri. So Ruri is a super strong cleaver, more geared towards PvP, but she can cleave through pretty much anything, no problem. And this is her right here. Yeah, she is super strong. Definitely if you have her later on, I will switch to Ruri. More gear dependent, but superb results, and you can use her in PvP to cleave as well. So again, if you're joining a bit late, I would recommend having your fodder farm as your first 6-star, then switch to whichever unit is going to help you grind gears better. So how do you fodder farm? So you need first obviously a max unit to make into 6-stars. So let's say I have my Chihaya. We can always start with 3 stars. Let's say you're working on Grace. Your Grace is max level, and you want to use in this tab after max level with 3 units. Usually just use fodders like these to make her 4-star, and then 4-star requiring 4 units and 5-star requiring 5 units. So here in Chihaya's case, level 50 5-star, I would require 5 5-star units. So you can see I don't have any at the moment, so I will go fodder farming. So the best place to farm fodders or experience is not the cat. I actually don't recommend farming the cat at all. the cat stages, because you can see that throughout the game you get a lot of cats, and later on you're just so capped on the cats that you actually will be selling them. So I don't recommend farming the cat stages at all, but unfortunately at the moment you almost need to, because the Queen's questline requires to farm a certain stage, a certain amount of stages, so 70 stages total, and to get the 6-star attack set you will need to farm I think at least 60. So yeah, if you want to rush that you can. So once you have an understanding of how to 6-star unit, you need to bring your Fodder Farmer and then 3 fodders. So for my Fodder Farmer Grace, again I'll just go over the gear. These are all free gears, okay? So this is from the Queen's questline 6 stars, and then the 2 crit set is from the Tutorial Beginner questline. Before you reach the 6-star attack set, you can also use the 5-star attack set, which I had before. So let's show you here. So I used to use this, and this is from the tutorial quest line. You get a 5-star set, so 4 pieces attack set that is blue, and you can use that and then farm the no problem. Actually, I'll use this so people can more or less relate to the stat that's more feasible for them. Yeah, so I will equip them. So this is what your Grace or what your Fodder Farmer should look like initially. The 5-star attack set from whatever quest, and you want to bring your team to go Fodder Farm events. Outside events, it's almost never worth to farm, just because of how low the efficiency is. And then for Ashura's event, there are 3 places you can farm. If you're looking for fodders, 3-8, and if you're looking for drops, 3-8 as well. But if you're looking for efficiency, for experience, for currency, then X2 or X3, and I'll show you why. So for 3-8, because the cost is 8 stamina, a lot less compared to the X2, which is 16, and X3, which is 20, and the drop is very, very good actually. So let's say I'm fodder farming, I bring Grace, right, which is in my Fodder Farmer, and I just bring 3 units of fodders. So usually I bring these robots, and then I slap 3 of them there, and I just attack. And of course I would do this on the auto repeat function. But Grace, with the free attack set, she is fast enough to go first, and she is strong enough to wipe everything. So you can see how this process, if you run this in the background, you can go do something for 15-10 minutes, and that will be 30 runs. It's super fast, and that's why you want a Fodder Farmer as your first or second 3-star, because it makes the clear time a lot faster, and things are just super smooth. So for 3-8, again in the event, you get drops, you get fodders. So right now I actually am looking to farm 3-8 because I'm very, very short on fodders. And here is the auto repeat button next to the start button, and it wants to this to max. You can use crystals or pots to fill. I did another video, and also check out the Discord. Someone did a translation so you can understand how to set this. But if you're looking for solely EXP farming, you can do X2 or X3. So I think most of you with the starting gear, you'll be doing X2. So it's the exact same. You put 3 fodders, you put 1 Fodder Farmer, and then you just go at it. Obviously X2, X3, it's more stamina, but the EXP gain per stamina is still a lot higher than 3-8. So you only really farm 3-8 if you're looking for fodders. And then last thing to note is in the auto repeat function, there is a tick box which says stop the run if a unit is max level. So make sure that's ticked off, because you don't want to, let's say you're repeating 3 times, you don't want to have this stage keep going and then you lose out on overflowing EXP. So you can see here, there's level 29 bot is going to be max level 2. If I did 30 repeats, I'm going to lose a lot of EXP efficiency. So by taking this box, stops when this unit reaches level 30. And the cool thing about this is, let's say Grace is max level 60, it will not stop after just one run because Grace is 60. It will keep track of who was not max level at the start, and when that unit reaches max level after the run, they'll stop. So it's quite smart in that sense. But yeah, so with the event ongoing, definitely farm X2 or X3 if you can for EXP, and if you need fodders like me at the moment, then go back to 3-8. And then after that, you will just be feeding the units. And the one last trick I do when I'm mindlessly fodder farming is after a unit, let's say I create a fodder farming tab, so I know where the fodder units are. After their max level, I take them out of the team. So press this button and they're out of the team. And then let's say that unit was fodder, and I press this one button at the very top. So here at the very top of your units page, and it actually will automatically upgrade or break through units for you. So this will take your fodders, feed them more fodders, so that if they're max level, they'll turn into 4-star, and then same with the other robots. This saves a lot of time when you're trying to turn a bunch of fodders, feed fodders into them, and feed that into more fodders. So again, that's a very cool function the game has. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I know this video was inspired by, I think someone asked, so hopefully you find this helpful. And I'm going to release a video about equipment guide soon after today, so stay tuned for that. I've been doing the endgame equipment farming for quite a bit, but just never had the time to properly release the video, so hopefully that is helpful. And yeah, if you have any more suggestions, feel free to leave it in the comments.